I form my bias, and then I scale down to lower time frames, and then I try to catch the low of the day if we're bullish, obviously, and then high of the day if we're bearish. So I want to get in at the cheapest prices if I'm bullish, and at the expensive prices if I'm bearish for the day. So that's basically how I do. Do you know about power of three: accumulation, manipulation, and distribution?
Oh, of course.
So that's all I do.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another session of Fortune's Funding Payout Stories. I got my brother Syed Mohammed. Man, you are like all the way out on the other side of the world from where I'm at, man. But it's a pleasure to have you. Tell the people who you are. Let's get into it.
Thank you. Happy to be here, bro. My name is Syed Mohammed Munim Nashid, and I'm from Pakistan, and I'm 25 years old.
Oh, you're 25, man. You look like you older than me.
Nah, bro, I'm just 25.
Beard gang.
So I did my A levels from city school, and then I did my graduation in chemical engineering.
Okay.
So I spent 4 years in university, and after chemical engineering, I just dived right into trading.
Wow.
So it's been 3 years I'm trading now.
Wow, it's been 2 years since you've been trading. Okay, so congratulations on getting your payout. I think everybody's probably wondering how much did you get, Do you want to tell them or should I tell them?
Just you tell them. Just tell the percentage, bro.
Okay,
it was like 15%, I think.
Yeah, you definitely had a nice 15% payout. And let's just say, man, Fortune's Funding was glad to send out what's yours, bro. Because obviously traders is the traders and the payouts is what really brings the culture into Fortune's Funding. But I do want to ask you, man, first of all, how did you even come across Fortune's Funding? We launched in February of 2023.
2023?
Yes. So,
okay, but the distribution of challenges had started right before that. In December, I think you guys started to distribute the free challenges account.
Yes.
So one of my friends sent me the free, told me about Fortunate Fundings and that they were delivering free challenges. So I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to participate in it. Although a lot of people were scared, because once a company is new, so everyone is scared, like it probably be a scam or something like that. But it was backed up by James Strong's, so I was happy to participate in it.
Absolutely.
And then
Absolutely.
Yeah. So then I took the free challenge account, and it was a 3-phase challenge. It was not a 2-phase like normal one. So it was a little bit harder to pass. So I think it was in January that I passed all the 3 phases in the first week, and then I was just waiting for my payout. I also made 15% in January and received my payout in February, I think. How many in total did you guys distributed the challenges account, bro? Do you have any idea?
We distributed so many accounts we lost count. I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point we done distributed like hundreds and hundreds of challenges, man. Not too many people got a payout and survived until they really got paid from a free challenge account. So the fact that you got paid from a free challenge account, that just makes the win just a tad bit sweeter. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And also, if you see the payout section in our Discord, I was like the first one to receive the payout among so many people. So
that was
true. A really happy one for me as well, bro.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. And then the fact that everybody was skeptical and they didn't trust, and you're like, hey, look what trust did for me. Look at what taking a fortunate and bold step did for me, So I definitely am happy the way that story played out for you, man. And so, like, what is your favorite strategy? What is your favorite pair? And what were the trades that allowed you to get a payout? Do you remember?
Yes. So basically, how I trade is that I form my buys from higher time frame. I trade from liquidity zone to liquidity zone, from one liquidity zone to another liquidity zone, basically. So I form my buys, and then I scale down to lower time frames, and then I try to catch the low of the day if we're bullish, obviously, and then high of the day if we're bearish. So I want to get in at the cheapest prices if I'm bullish, and at the expensive prices if I'm bearish for the day. So that's basically how I do. Do you know about power of three? Accumulation, manipulation, and distribution.
Oh, of course.
So that's all I do. So this is what I do in trading. And I think in challenge phase, I took a trade on NZD and GDPR. That were my biggest trades. I risked 1.5% on each. So they helped me pass out the challenges phase one and phase two. And then phase three was a little bit different. It was a little bit longer as well.
Okay.
So
That's awesome, man.
that's how it happened.
Wow. So, you just said something really cool. You talked about the power of three, you know, accumulation and distribution and all of that. Well, consolidation, accumulation, whatever you want to call it. So that
Yeah.
comes from ICT, correct?
Yeah, exactly. It comes from ICT, but I never watched ICT.
Yeah.
Like
Learn.
accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, that was way before ICT started to introduce it to people, you know?
Of course. Of course. Sometimes,
Yes,
ICT does get a lot of credit in this space, but obviously, like the information does get passed around. But what's important is that information does help a lot of traders, including you today. So the
exactly.
fact that you said you are able to trade from liquidity to liquidity, there was a lot of liquidity today, as it was core CPI. Did you get any?
CPI, etc.
Yeah, do you trade core CPI or no?
No. I just like to stay out of CPI, but I like to get in the market once the news comes and once all the liquidity and once the market is settled down, you know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like I trade post CPI, but not before CPI because I think it's just like a gambling or something to trade
Understood.
news.
Understood. All right. So you like to trade NZDJPY and GBPAUD. How long have you been trading those pairs?
It's been around 3 years that I'm trading. I trade all the pairs mostly, all the forex pairs, the major ones, of course. I don't trade exotics. And yeah, so basically the major ones are my favorite.
So once you had received this payout, was it your first payout ever with any prop firms that you've ever tried?
Nah, not really, bro. Like I did challenges in FTMO challenges in 2022, and I already had accounts with them as well. So
Okay.
those were my first payouts with FTMO. And then I think the third or fourth payout was from Fortunate Funding.
Okay. Wow. So do you feel the most fortunate with Fortune's funding or FTMO?
Fortunate Fundings, of course, bro, because like I think they have the best spreads ever, to be really honest. Like the raw spreads of them are amazing. Like not even FTMO or TFT or anybody else, like they don't have spreads like Fortunate Fundings are having right now at this point in the industry.
That is true. I can agree that that is a statement that we call a fortunate fact. So, it's nice of you to notice that, the conditions does help the trader, because obviously, like good market conditions, good spreads, all of these things, it's the little things, it's the little details that without realizing can help carry a trade and, put you in the right positions because once you're in a trade and it's a lot of fees that's just chewing your profits, it's not fun.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, man.
Agree.
Absolutely. So now, not everybody gets a payout in the prop firm industry. What helped you mentally to be able to stay the course until you got a payout, no matter what?
So mentally, what I do, because psychology plays a big. Part in trading.
Mm-hmm.
So um, I try to keep myself calm. I go to the gym. Like I go to the gym. I meditate before my trading sessions,
Mm.
and psychology comes with time. It took me a lot of years, like 2, 3 years, to develop my mindset, like a trader's mindset should be.
Absolutely.
So I think going to the gym and meditation, these were probably the most beneficial parts for me.
Absolutely. Wow. So you meditate before your actual session. That's powerful. Of course this is cultural, right? But I
Yeah,
don't
and
think
I think every institutional trader or every profitable trader, meditates as well. Every big traders that I know, they all do meditation and trading before the session starts.
Absolutely. Because if you don't have a sound mind, if you don't put yourself in the right mental frame, you already lost the battle. Would you agree?
Agree, bro. Absolutely, 100%. Like trading is all about mental game. It's less technical and more mental, I
Yes,
would say.
that is true. That is very true. So, looking at your performance, would you say that you are still an intraday trader, or do you get into swing trades from time to time, or do you just scalp?
I would say that I'm more a day trader and an intraday trader. Like I get into the market and then I want to go out of it before the day ends or on the next day. I don't like to hold my trades for too long. In the past, I used to do that, but it didn't work for me so much. So I just converted my style to intraday trading and day trading, bro. That's how it goes right now.
Understood. Understood. I think it is definitely a good thing to just go for your goal and not stay in the market, because just the psychology of like taking losses in a funded account can really play a big factor, you know? So if you had to go back in time out of everything you've learned so far, what would you tell yourself?
Um, First thing I would say is to like see what the people that who have already made in the industry are doing and what they're telling you to do. Because since I started in the beginning, I really didn't used to listen to them. I had a really amazing friend, you can call them a mentor as well, Ayak Capital. Do you know about him?
Who is it?
Ayak Capital. Like he's friends with Sean Lee as well. He's working with him right now, I think. So he's a profitable trader and one of the best traders in the industry right now that I know, right? So he used to guide me and mentor me, but I never used to listen to him. So that's what really got me into trouble at that point before I realized and I got burned and then learned. So this is the harder way that I went through. So I would tell to everyone to look what your mentor is saying to you and look what the person who is already profitable in the industry is guiding you and saying you to go like this and to make it in the industry then.
That is true. Would you say that being a funded trader is now the new normal in the trading industry?
Exactly. Like everybody wants to be funded right now, bro. It's becoming more common and common these days.
That is true.
Like that's the basic goal of each and every trader right now in the industry to be funded with prop firms and to make that huge amount of payouts and incomes.
That is true. That is true. So what are your some of your personal goals that you'd like to achieve before this year ends, as far as payouts, or what would you like to envision and manifest with a funded account?
So right now I want to scale up my accounts with prop funds. I want to before the year ends, I want to get funded up to $1 million, and even more with prop funds. I think max allocation of fortune funding is $500,000 or something. Like
Something
I
like
want,
that, something like
yeah,
that.
something like that. Maybe that's huge. I want to achieve that, and also with other prop firms as well. I want to scale up my accounts and something like before the year ends, I want to reach that goal of $1 million, with
Yes,
prop
sir.
firms.
All right, that's definitely a realistic goal. And the more you learn your strategy, the more you get comfortable with higher lot sizes, capital management, you will get there. And we're looking forward to see that for you. Um, would you say right now you have the mental space to scale up the the amounts of money that you say you are looking to trade?
Yes, I think you just have to treat a bigger account like you're treating your smaller account right now. You just have to do the same stuff that you're doing in your small account. You'll just have to repeat the process in your bigger account as well. So
Absolutely.
that's not an issue, bro.
Exactly. So that is definitely the type of mental frame that is necessary to treat accounts, because somebody watching right now is probably going through the struggle of saying, hey, I can trade 25K, but every time I touch a 100K account, I blow it. Or a 200K account just seems like a lot of money to lose. So this is why it's very important for people to just understand that it's just a numbers game, and it's a percentage and probability, a probabilities game. So that definitely sets you apart from many other traders who are probably struggling with that aspect, which is why I wanted to ask you, like, when you're looking at the mistakes that you've made before on the charts, what would you say currently now is the difference between how you used to trade and how you are trading right now?
Well, there's a lot of difference, bro. Like when I see my trades that I took in the past, when I see them right now, I laugh at them, bro. Like how stupid my trades were used to be. But the biggest mistake for me was like I had all my technicals down,
Hmm.
but everything for me was mental after that because there were a lot of emotions that were coming into play. There was greed, there was fear, there was lack of discipline. Like, when like there was always the urge, the need to be in the trade and to be in the market all the time, so that was really hard for me to overcome.
Oh,
So um, these were the like little bit challenges for me that I overcome by getting more disciplined. And what you do outside of your trading affects inside your trading as well.
that is
Like if you
true.
don't have a routine, if you don't have a proper routine outside of your trading world, then it will definitely affect your trading inside as well.
Ah,
So what
yes.
I did was basically formed a routine for me outside of the trading world, and which changed my results in the trading world as well eventually.
I agree, man. It's true because like if you don't do that, then you get out of sync. And so like, being aware of how your routine affects you is definitely a big part of your growth and maturity and trading. So, just for you to be able to see that you have applied these little things, which are big and in a perspective of compounding, these things are the
Exactly. It's
things.
always the little things that make the difference in trading. It's always the small, teeny bits of things that have a huge impact on your trading, bro.
Absolutely. Like when I first had my first 5-figure day, I remember it felt like nothing, right? It was possible because why? It's the same trade setup. It's the same way that you would place your stop loss. It's the same outcome that you expect out of, the trade to, distribute or redistribute. And then from there, all we have to do is apply the same discipline and transition it to whatever size account that we are currently trading. So this is why
Absolutely, bro.
exactly. So when I had asked you, like, do you feel like currently you have the right mental frame to scale up? That question right there, you answered it perfectly because a lot of people say they want to trade with $1 million account, but don't have $1 million mentality. You know what I'm saying? Or they're not ready to know how it feels. They've never practiced in the right conditions to know, like, if this is truly something that they're ready for. But with everything, trial and error is the best teacher in life, correct?
Exactly. Trial and error and self-reflection, these are the
Exactly.
most important parts. And I believe like in trading, like in this industry, you really have to get burned to learn.
Oh
So
man, that's a fact, bro. I can't even
yeah,
imagine how many accounts you've blown and how many prop firm accounts you've tried before you got to the stage.
literally a lot. Like everybody was made in this industry. I've blown a lot of accounts. I've lost a lot of money before they've reached that mental state to manage those 1 million or accounts or more. So you literally have to get burned to learn in this industry. Otherwise, there's no survival for you, I think.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, we all come from backgrounds where we were not great money managers. So like for you to even
Exactly.
there's no other way to practice being in an environment to learn the stages of that environment only through trial and error. That's why sometimes people are trying to sugarcoat it or trying to go around it or trying to shortcut it. There's no shortcut. You're going to get clapped and you're going to have to get back up just like it was when you remember the first time you learned how to ride a bike, you know? Like you're not gonna automatically just learn to ride a bike without the scratches. No, no, you're gonna fall. You're
Exactly.
going to like scrape your knees, run into the bushes, and fall and get back up, bro. Like that's just part of everything in life.
Exactly.
So now, do you have a trading community that you're a part of besides Fortune's funding? And are you currently helping other people to be funded in your region or no?
So I'm basically part of a small community right now. Like it's like a 1v1 based mentorship of React Capital, Like,
Okay.
but there are not a lot of people. There are only 30 to 35 people, I think, and I do help them. A lot of them ask questions from me as well, and I do help them to grow,
Yes, sir.
inside the community.
And part of the reason why you took on that role to help others make it.
Exactly. As they said, like you learn the most when you teach others.
That's
So
true. That's true.
it's literally true. And it has literally happened to me as well. Like you teach others and it in turn comes back to you and all your concepts are being revised and everything else refreshes in your brain.
Yeah.
So that's a really good process then.
Yeah, it's like homework, like you help other people do the homework and now you're getting better. A lot of times, I find that people who do take a little bit of their time to help others in the trading space and play a role of a mentor, just like I've been mentoring a lot of students these past couple years, like it just naturally becomes like repetition at the gym. So just like earlier when you said,
Exactly.
you try just to relax, you go to the gym, you get the exercise, you have your mind running, and all these things come right back to that profit. So, bro, this is amazing, man. The fact that you're able to get your story across. Is this your first interview with a prop firm by any chance?
Yes, this is my first interview with a prop firm.
Man, you sound like a pro already. Do you do other interviews in life?
I think so. If I get an opportunity, why not?
You have your opportunity right here. And I'm pretty sure you're going to have lots more opportunities once this video comes out. And, you're sending it out to your people, your family, your friends, just to see that, wow, this really did, after all these years, of people doubting your skills and doubting the time that you put in.
Like I come from a family background where everyone works in a corporate sector. So for me to transition from that stage into the trading world to achieve all the freedom of time, location, and money, was a really hard part. I felt there was a lot of resistance that I was going to face, and I was facing at that point to turn absolutely 180 degrees around. So it was
Absolutely.
really hard part. But all I got to say is that the viewers who are watching, you have to believe in yourself and in your capabilities, and you just don't have to give up ever. There will be hard times, there will be points where you will discouraged, where you will be disappointed, you will hit rock bottoms, but you have to then pick yourself up from there, and that's really where the success comes and starts.
Big facts, man. Wow. Well said. Well said. So there you have it, Brother Syed. Do you have any other words of encouragement or anything you'd like to say before we conclude this interview?
Just that, like, never give up, bro, and work hard and be dedicated to your goals and stuff. A lot of people in this industry comes and see trading as a quick rich scheme, bro. Like this is not really how it goes. You got to submit to the time, and you got to put in all the hard works and efforts to be in this industry and to make it. Like you have to simply treat it like college or university, bro. It takes 4 years for me to become an engineer. It takes
That's
five
true.
years for someone to be a doctor.
That
And
is
in
very
trading,
true.
people come and want to earn more than an engineer and a doctor, but they're not willing to submit to the time it takes to become a good trader.
Yes, that's true. It's either you're going to
So you really
sacrifice
have to
time or
submit to the
money.
time and put in the efforts to be
Yes,
there.
that is true. But you forgot one thing. You know what that is?
One thing, never give up.
That's right. And fortune does what? Fortune favors the bold. And you were one of the boldest ones that we had to be able to get a payout. So we congratulate you one more time. And we can't wait for
Thank
you
you.
to get a lot more payouts with us. And once again, thank you, man. It's like 1:31 a.m. where you're at in Pakistan, bro. I don't want to
Exactly.
hold you too long now. I don't want to cut into your sleep. So I appreciate the sacrifice you've done. And I'll definitely be looking forward to see the other achievements that you will have with us. All right. Thank you so much, bro. And once again, guys, this was an episode of Fortune's funded payout stories with my brother Syed Muhammad. Thank you for watching. And remember, fortune favors the bold.